8:43 is now the time. You know, every 2 seconds, a new profile is added to LinkedIn. Are you one of them? If so, make sure you're using it to your advantage and not letting it be your worst enemy. Here with me is Shanna Landault, executive recruiter and headhunter. Thank you so much, Shanna, for coming in.
Well, it's great to be here today. It's interesting, you know, when you look at the job market here in Albuquerque, the job market is actually really strong compared to the rest of the United States. So it's about 7.1%. But here's what's interesting is that your job postings have actually gone down 27% in the last year. So what that typically means is that when somebody has a job, they think, boy, I'm not going to leave. I'm going to stay here because I've got something that's secure. So what that means for job seekers is they need every advantage because it's very competitive.
That's interesting. And LinkedIn really is like a tool for you to get out there and network.
That's right.
It's another way of networking, right?
It is, but you know, if you look at it, it's critical to your job search. 94% of recruiters use LinkedIn to vet their candidates. So the first place I go when I'm doing a search is LinkedIn.
Okay, so what are the 3 things that users should never do on LinkedIn?
All right. Well, the first mistake, I call it the Lassie mistake. And this has to do with your photo. So the worst thing actually is to never have a photo. But beyond that, then don't have a picture of you with your dog.
Oh, hence Lassie.
Hence Lassie,
Gotcha.
or your baby, or a picture of you with a martini in your hand. You want to make sure that your photo is appropriate for you in your job setting.
Sure, kind of like a professional photo, right?
Exactly.
Okay, and what else? Because that number 1 is key.
Absolutely. Well, the second one I call the Match.com mistake. So you never want to put actively seeking new opportunities in the heading of your LinkedIn profile.
Really?
It's like dating. It makes you look a little bit desperate when everybody knows that you're out there. But here's the surprising thing. It can actually impact your salary, and you can get a lower salary because of that. So people want what they can't have. And if an employer thinks, boy, I really want this person, I'm going to have to attract them, they'll be willing to pay more than if you're saying, hey, I'm available, take me, take me.
Yes, that is such a good point. I'm so glad you're bringing that up. Then you have something called the 007.
Yeah, the 007. So unless you're an international secret agent, you don't want to put confidential as the name of your current company. Now, people do that because they think, boy, I don't want my boss or my employer to know that I'm open to opportunities. But let's face it, these days, you know, 84 million Americans are on LinkedIn. Almost everybody's on LinkedIn.
Yeah, you can't blame someone for
posting. And a recruiter or an employer is going to look at where you're working right now to determine whether you're appropriate for the job they want to hire. So if you have confidential, it puts you at an extreme disadvantage.
And really quick, we're running out of time, but you have a little formula that you've come up with.
I do.
Tell us about that.
So it's the work formula. W is get written recommendations. O is be an open link networker. R is be reachable. Actually put your phone number and your email address right on your LinkedIn profile. And K is know who the recruiters are in your area and in your sector.
That is great. Very simple. Thank you, Shanna, for so much for coming in.
Great.
And of course, to research her, visit our website, casa.com, and click on Casa Club. Thanks again.
Great, thank you.
Stay right there. The time right now, 8:47. It smells so good in here. Chef James Campbell Caruso from, look at this, is in our studio. So is the owner of Food Tour New Mexico. We're going to talk about what they're cooking up and tell you how you can taste it coming up.